Elder Scrolls is continuing to go down the path of what the fuck are they doing? They're going woke, guys. This went around a little bit yesterday. I didn't see too many people talking about it. But in their next update, update 44, there's going to be a gender confused companion, right? We're looking at this article from that park place who's voiced by an actual drag king, Vico Ortiz, which this is interesting enough right here. So there's going to be 2 new companions coming to the game. And this is a high elf named Tanlorin, who's literally voiced by a drag king, I should say. I should say drag queen, but Vico Ortiz is voicing this character here. Now, I've played a little bit of Elder Scrolls off and on throughout the years. I've gotten some review codes for expansions and stuff like that. I'm not as dedicated to where I'm going to spend money on crowns and Elder Scrolls Plus membership, but it's been there, and it's been a game where I thought, hey, this is kind of cool, but the more that companies are starting to get infected by DEI, the less hope I have for them. And this is not a good look, all right? So continuing on with this article, you can see they're talking about how they tweeted out this update, talking about it, and people reacted to it pretty rough. You know, they posted this whole thing right here. Proud that they're virtue signaling, guys. Proud that, you know, oh, look at us. We have these diverse characters that are non-binary and voiced by, you know, drag kings and stuff like that. This is virtue signaling at its finest. These companies really don't care, dude. These companies really don't care about diversity or anything. They just want points. They want modern audience points. This modern audience that doesn't show up for anything. They don't support anything. That's why Concord failed, Dustborn failed, Suicide Squad failed. They tune out. They don't want anything like this. And all these companies do is just hire diverse, you know, cast members like drag kings just to please them. Quit sucking up to them. Right? Now, continue this article. You could see down below, there was actually a response from somebody called Crush Override who wrote, pointless virtue signaling. These companies never learn. And that's right on the fucking money. These companies never learn. And you can see right on top, themselves, for fuck's sakes, have you idiots learned nothing from Concord's failure? People don't watch shit like this. So I guess what they're saying right here is that they're saying find themselves, like using preferred pronouns. I remember back in the day when you could just say themselves and themselves without it meaning that it's your gender. I remember when it used to just be a regular pronoun, like, hey, they almost killed themselves. Like, you know, that's still regular English though, right? If you could just say, hey, that person almost killed themselves. Like, it's only woke if you make it like a preferred pronoun to identify your gender. Like, let's make pronouns again, right? But that's probably what they're upset about. But they're right. Have none of these people learn from Concord's failure, where fucking robots had pronouns and we had giant fupa ladies and things like that. Now you can see somebody else said self-corrected for the company, herself, right? Herself. Again, it's saying themselves. I don't see that as a gender pronoun. I just see it as, you know, like themselves. Like I said, hey, that boy, he almost killed himself. Or that couple, they almost killed them. Like, I remember when them meant more than one person. But my issue here is that they're still trying to clearly cater right here. You see somebody says, and to nobody's surprise, there's blue hair. You know, I'm so glad I quit this game is what they're saying right here. So Vico Ortiz is a, I guess, big time gender, I guess, advocate, drag king. I don't know. I don't follow RuPaul's Drag Race. Gender, mental illness, got it. So I don't know. You can see there's this whole article that I'm reading from the Park Place talks about how the games journalist right here, I guess James Troughton at TheGamer. Let's take a look at this. TheGamer's a pretty woke-ass website. Yeah, so TheGamer made a web article called "The Elder Scrolls Reveals Non-Binary Companion," and they're literally, I guess, doing damage control for it, saying the gamers are already outraged at the mere idea of a queer character being added to the game. It's not so much outrage; it's being tired of woke ideologies being pushed onto us, guys. We want video games to be fun. We want video games to be entertaining. And he goes on to say, if you haven't heard of Ortiz, they're a non-binary, gender-fluid Puerto Rican drag king performing under the name AJ as part of a boy band called the Backstreet Butches, and as the Ricky Martin-inspired Vico Suave. You might know them for Our Flag Means Death, where they played Jim Jimenez, and Knight in Shining Suit, where they played Dr. Green. And they just go off. They say, one look at the game subreddit or the comments on the stream, you'll see a slew of anger at the performative announcement of a non-binary character. Outrage at the mere idea of queer people existing in the world of the Elder Scrolls. Woo boy, do I have news for you. And then they go on to say that most Daedric Princes are gender fluid. And they're saying everything in here is like there's a 7 monarch to rule the empire. Antiochus Septim is a self-professed bisexual, right? So just, of course the journos, the woke journals are going to come here and just try to, I guess, virtue signal and say that it's all fitting perfectly into the world and its rich tapestry of characters. I don't know. When people are complaining and crying about this, it's for good reason. The wokies will say complaining and crying about it, but it's for good reason, guys. We don't want this shit in our games. And I don't care if that makes us a bigot for saying that. I think alone just this past week or two, with the fail of Dustborn not even reaching 100 players, Concord not even hitting 1,000, Star Wars Outlaws not even hitting its expectations of sales. People are tired of stuff just to fill in check boxes, to where people have to feel represented. Like, oh, we need to make a character that's this, like non-binary, because it needs to feel like we have a safe space for these people to feel represented in their games. Like for me, if you need to feel represented that bad in your video games or your movies or even your TV shows, you're a narcissist or you're retarded. Like I've never once thought, oh, I need a character that's a Mexican or Hispanic and this tall and this athletic build, and so I could relate to it. Like that's one big problem that Concord had, is that they tried to make these characters purposely ugly and fat and like weird looking just so people could feel relatable to them. Like, oh, this is how real people look. No, anytime I see androgynous characters, gender neutral characters, non-binary characters, they all look alien. They all look not even human. They look like they have no personality. Terrible character designs. And right here, these characters, I mean, sure, we've had similar looking stuff, but the fact that they're trying to praise that, oh, this is a non-binary character in the game, or it's voiced by a drag king who's non-binary in real life, it's 110% virtue signaling. And people are going to tune out with stuff like this. It's only a matter of time. We're starting to see this year, it seems like 2024 is the year of woke, taking owls after owls. So, yeah, right now there's a little bit of a backlash about this. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.